Hello everyone, this is Dave from Dave's Recent Things. Right at the very end of my Wreathmas week, the last episode, I said, see you all in 2025. Now, I was going to take some time off, but I had a slew of requests for some more Christmas DIYs, and I thought, you know what, I'm going to bang out a couple more and do some more videos, and today is one of those requests. It is a stir stick Christmas wreath. Why don't I just get started and I'll show you what I made. Here is my wooden paint stir stick. This is a 5-gallon paint stir stick. I'm going to be using 10-inch by 10 yards poly deco mesh. This is in black. I'm also going to be using 2.5 and 1.5-inch wired ribbon, along with some Christmas ornaments in silver, some black pipe cleaners, this little Merry Christmas gnome. If you've seen my Wreathmas Week series, you've seen him before. And of course, my regular crafting utensils to create this project today. Our magic number today is going to be the number 30. So today I am doing my cuts at the 30-inch mark. I'm just going to roll out my deco mesh and cut at that 30-inch mark with my rotary cutter, and I'm just going to keep cutting at that length. Keep cutting, and then I'm going to be using the cruffle or the woodland ruffle method today, and I'm using 10-inch by 10 yard poly deco mesh, and I'm cutting 10 pieces at the 30-inch mark. To start, we're going to be measuring off our wooden stick, and then I'm just going to add a mark right in the center. This wooden stick is about 21 inches long, so I'm going to mark it right at the center at the 10.5-inch mark. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to come in 1 inch at each side, create a little mark as well, and then the remaining section, I'm going to divide it into thirds and mark that for our wreath form. And to start, I'm going to take a full-size pipe cleaner right at that middle mark, and then I'm going to twist it on the top side. So you see here, I'm just twisting it around on the top side, and then I'm going to add one right next to it, and I'm going to twist it this time at the bottom side. So I'm just taking that pipe cleaner over and twisting it. So we have one at the top and one at the bottom. Now the next one, I'm going to twist it right in the middle. So I'm putting another pipe cleaner on that mark, twisting it right in the center, and then moving on to my next mark, where I'm going to do the exact same thing as we did the first time around. Fold it over, twist it on the top side a couple of times, then we're going to grab another pipe cleaner, put it right beside that one, and we're going to twist on the bottom side. And for our remaining mark and our remaining stem, we're going to do the exact same thing as we did in the middle. We are just going to twist tie that right at the center. And once that's all done and secured, I'm just going to complete my wreath form with the same tops, bottoms, and centers on the left-hand side. Once that's all complete, I'm going to add some hot glue on there just to make sure everything's nice and secure. I'm going to let that dry, and there we have our working wreath frame all ready. Now what I'm going to do is take a piece of that deco mesh, a little stone, and a clip, and I'm going to use the curl side up here. What I'm going to do is at one end, so the cut end is at the bottom and the left and right hand side are the manufactured or finished edges. And at the cut end, I'm just going to roll it over. I like to roll mine 3 or 4 times. I like to have a really nice loop there, or curl if you will. And then I'm going to turn it around 180 degrees, and then I'm going to do the exact same thing on the opposite side. So we're folding it over a little bit, then we're going to roll it about 3 or 4 times. And now you're going to take your thumbs and anchor them right at the center. And those fingers, you are just going to gather all of that deco mesh up. Let those fingers do the walking, like I like to say all the time. And like those Yellow Pages ads used to say, if you know what I mean. And then we're going to gather it all together. Take that clip off when we reach the end. Gather it in the center, and you can see our cruffle, or woodland ruffle as well, has been created with the curls and with the ruffles right in the middle. Then I'm just going to open up my first pipe cleaner stem, add the center of our Cruffle bundle in there, and then I'm just going to pull it tight and twist it a couple of times, making sure that that is nice and attached. And once that's all there, we have our first Cruffle all attached. And then I'm just going to repeat the same method over and over again. I'm rolling it up on one side, adding the clip, turning it 180 degrees, rolling up the other side 3 or 4 times, anchor those thumbs, and here we go. Let those fingers do the walking. Create those little Cruffles, and then right at the very end, take that clip off, grab it by the middle, and we're going to move on to our next open pipe cleaner stem and attach that. I'm going to do this exact same method over and over again, creating our ruffle bundles and attaching them to each of my open pipe cleaner stems, just following the exact same process over and over again, rolling, ruffling, attaching, and twisting. That is your method of procedure for this beautiful swag stir stick wreath. Now before I finish, I'm going to add a little loop to hang it. So right on the bottom side of the last little stem, I'm going to add another pipe cleaner there. And I'm going to do this underneath it. And all I'm going to do is I'm going to twist tie it on the back side. I'm going to add a little glue on the front side just to make sure it's nice and secure there. And then I'm going to create a little loop and just twist those pipe cleaners around itself. And I'm going to create a little loop where we can hang this beautiful door swag. Here's my loop all done, and then I'm just going to add a little hot glue as well to make sure that doesn't go anywhere, and then I'm going to continue on my merry way, cruffling away. Is that even a word? I'm going to make it a word. Cruffling is now a word. And I'm adding my very last cruffle on here, my little bundle, twist tying it in place, and we have our base wreath all done. Of course, I have to fluff it all up first, but now it's all ready to decorate. And the first thing I'm going to do is make a beautiful bundle bow. I'm going to cut my pieces at the 18-inch mark. So I have silver ribbon, I have this black and white checkered, and I have a silver glittery ribbon as well. So for the silver glittery ribbon, I have 3 pieces cut at 18 inches. The solid silver, 4 pieces cut at 18 inches. The black and white checkered, I have 2 pieces cut at the 18-inch mark. And then once they're all cut, I'm just going to fold them over, cut on an angle to create my dovetail. And I'm only going to do this on one side. We only need one side dovetailed, the other side we can leave. And to create our bow, I'm just going to lay my ribbon down with the cut side on the right hand side, and that's the dovetail. And then on the straight edge, I'm just going to fold it over just a little bit more than halfway, and then I'm going to come up a little bit, gather it, and then I've created my loop and my tail, and then I'm just going to place that in between my fingers, and then I move on to my next ribbon. So good side facing down, dovetail on the right hand side, bring over the straight edge a little bit past the center, gather it together, and then you place it in your fingers, and then you can just work on the next ribbon, so on and so forth. I'm using 3 different ribbons, so I'm alternating between those different ribbons. Once that's all done, I'm going to take a full-size pipe cleaner, twist tie it right in the center there, making sure I've got all the ribbon gathered, lay it all out, fluff it all up a little bit, because we all love to fluff on this channel, and we all know it. Once that's all done, we have our beautiful bow ready for attachment. We're going to move on to cut some more ribbon, and this time I'm going to cut them at the 12-inch mark, and this is going to be the ribbon for our pipe cleaner stem. So the black and white check, I'm cutting 8 pieces at 12 inches, and for the solid silver, I'm cutting 3 pieces at 12 inches. Now I don't have any of the silver ribbon left, so unfortunately I'm not going to be using it for the stems, and now I'm just going to dovetail both sides of all of those cut ribbons. Once that's all done, I'm going to take the black checkered ribbon and the silver ribbon. I'm going to crisscross it together, gather it in the middle, fold it over in a V shape, and then at the very end stem, I'm going to add that right in between. Now, like I mentioned previously, I have a limited amount of ribbon today. I had a lot of the black and white check, but the solid silver and the silver glittery ones, I didn't have a lot of. So for this ribbon attachments, I'm only going to be using 3 pieces of the silver solid ribbon. but I am going to be using all of the pieces for the black and white. And now here I am just with the same method. I'm attaching the single black and white checkered, and then I'm just cutting off the pipe cleaner stems as I attach them. Now the center two I'm not going to be using because that's where my sign is going to be, and that's where the bow is going to be as well. So that's why we're not attaching any ribbon there, and that's why we only have 8 pieces each. But I'm going to add on more of my ribbon, and once it's all done, here is the final product before we add our sign. And here's my sign. I've just used pipe cleaner stems, glued them on the back, and then I'm going to find where I can attach them, feed that pipe cleaner all the way through, twist it a couple of times right at the back, and then I'm going to go to the front again and find my center, make sure everything looks good, and then I'm going to attach the other bottom half as well, just wrapping it around the wood stick right at the backhand side. And then of course, once he's all positioned there, look at how beautiful he looks. Are you a fan of gnomes? I absolutely love gnomes. I do collect gnomes, I will admit that. They're all over my house this time of year. And here we are attaching our bow with the same method. I'm just feeding the pipe cleaners right through the backhand side, wrapping them around the stick, twisting a couple of times, making sure it's nice and secure. And then I'm going to spend a little bit of time of fluffing it up just a little bit at this point. And then the last step, I'm going to add all of those Christmas ornaments on there. And what I'm doing is I'm adding all of those Christmas ornaments right on where the pipe cleaner stems are. So it kind of hides the pipe cleaner stems a little bit and gives us a little bit of that silver color as well. Once those are all glued down, we have our Merry Christmas gnome with our black Cruffle Method poly deco mesh, our black and white and silver wreaths, our gorgeous Christmas swag wreath. Say that 10 times fast, I just got tongue-tied. Here it is hanging on my door in all of its glory, and I just love how this turned out. I was a little skeptical using the black, but I think it turned out really, really well. What do you guys think about our Merry Christmas gnome Christmas swag? Here's a little blooper reel to put a smile on your face. Hello everyone, this is Dave from Dave's Recent Things. I noticed nope. It's not gonna work. That didn't work. Nope. Today, I am going to be doing another, nope. That did not work. This one was actually number 1 in the request for the, something. Test. 1, 2, 3. Test. Thank you so much for joining me today while we created this Christmas gnome swag wreath. Don't forget to subscribe and hit that notification bell so you can be notified whenever I upload a new project. Thank you so much for watching. Take care. Bye for now.